You are live, but nobody's watching. No one's there. You're on. Oh, 7 people. 7. Very nice here. Nice wall.
You're welcome. I'll take the thick one. Thank you.
You guys are always on that side.
It's warmer over here.
It's warmer on that side? How funny. Well, I'll just make the service like this. You guys are you cold there? They're all over here because it's warmer. Oh, I see. Because I wonder, because all the people who are usually on that side are now on that side. Are you okay over there? Is it a totally different service now? That's funny.
We're an unbalanced group.
We might shift. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Well, you knew at least it was air conditioned here, so
Yeah.
it's good to see everybody. We begin the service on page 128. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell together in unity. That's the beginning of Psalm 123. You didn't know, it's part of a psalm, which celebrates the beauty of unity among people, among all of us. We turn to page 128 with the singing of Hyde Matov, the opening words of Psalm 133. Hyde Matov u'manayim Shabbat achim kam yachad. Hyde Matov u'manayim Shabbat achim kam yachad. Again, Hyde Matov u'manayim Shabbat achim kam yachad. Hyde Matov u'manayim Shabbat achim gam yachad. How good it is, how good. This is that's an echo. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. We're going to do it again. How Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem again. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. That's to wake you up. We now turn to page 121, and we call upon Don and Lori Vanetta for the honors of lighting the candles and Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, le'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
The heaven and the earth were finished, in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Page 123. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu mitzvotav, v'ratzanu, v'shabbat kodesho, v'ahava u'ratzon yichilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'bereshit, kiyom tefilah le'nivrai kodesh, zecher tziviyot Mitzrayim, kivanu acharta, v'yatanu kidashta, mikol ha'olim, v'shabbat kodeshecha, v'ahavu v'ratzon ilchatanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Let's make sure the name.
L'chadodi on page 138. This is our mystical poem that welcomes Shabbat as a radiant bride and sacred presence. And as we sing, we open our hearts to the divine light of rest, peace, and renewal. And for those of you who are visiting for the first time, or haven't been here in a long, long time, on the last verse, I'll cue you. The last verse, we rise and face the entrance, and we greet the Sabbath bride with love and joy. So, page 138. Wait. We'll do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Shamon zachor b'divurecha yishli anu elocha. Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shemu tiferet v'mitila. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu elecha ki mekor haracha berosh mikeden nesrucha sofa aseh b'nafshe batchila. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Iktoremi kiva omech kuriori uri shidaveri kevod Adonai alai. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Ohi v'shalom ateret alah gam b'simcha u'b'tzola tochen unei am segula bohi chala Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Lechaduti likratala yala 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 neshabat nekabela. Before you sit down, oh, you're not going to sit down. Say hello to someone that you haven't seen in a long time, or someone that you've never said hello to. It's okay if you walk from one side to the other.
Yep. Thank you for time, no shift.
And while you're still standing, we turn to page 146 for the verb. 146. La 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 Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv arachim, v'chochma potech sharim, u'vibuna meshanei itim, u'machalif et hasmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzonam, orei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom u'mei v'layla, u'ma'avdir bein yom u'bein layla, Adonai tzvaot Shemo, Elchai v'chayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'aravim, page 150. Ahat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Kukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Alkein Adonai Eloheinu Shechoreinu, U'kumeinu na'atzliach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki ein chayeinu, v'orech yameinu, u'lahem negei yom v'layla, negei yom v'layla. Ve'avatcha al tasir, minei le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. Va'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzvacha hayom al levavecha v'shnotam levanecha v'divartam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'mlachtecha b'derech u'b'shachbacha u'b'kumecha u'kshartam la'ot b'al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha u'chtavtam ha'mezuzot beitecha u'v'ishkarecha למען תזכרו עשיתם את מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. On the top of page 157, let's all read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands, marching together. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, norate yilod, o sefer, norate yilod, o sefer, machutecha, ahuv alecha, okei hayom lifnei shel Miriam, Zeli, Adonai Yimeloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai Yimeloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai Yimeloch le'olam va'ed. Ve'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov, uga'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai. I'm lost. What? I'm lost. I lost my place. Ga'al Yisrael, page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chayim, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, v'tavnenu be'etza tova milefanecha, v'hoshienu l'ma'an shemecha. Together in the English. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, O guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. We remain safe, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming, to life, to peace, and evermore. Ushmor se'tein l'chaim u'shalom, ve'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'borei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'am Yerushalayim. Middle of page 162. Let's all read together. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat through the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Page 164, those of you who are able, rise. And page 164. Adonai Shabbat Tikvah Ufia Kitehillatech. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Eloheinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Ha'gadol Ha'gibor Ha'norah, Elohim, Odeh Chasadim Tovim, Ve'oneh Ha'od, Ve'zocher Chasyadim Ha'od, U'mevid Elohim Le'Hem,
Mashiach Magi. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah ve'hoshia. Baruch atah, Mechayeh chayim ve'chesed, Mechayeh hakol ve'rachamim. So make no flee v'rofei cholim. Umatir Asurim, Umakayeh Emunato, Mishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gvurot, Umido Melach, Melech B'nit, Umakayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Eman Atalach Hayom Hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim v'kodom ya'alelu ha'sela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el ha'kadosh.
You may be seated. In the middle of page 57, or 175. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, Shabbatcha, Levadecha, B'yirah Ve'avod. This next section is a time for us to give thanks, to think about what we are grateful for. Is there anyone who would like to share something that you're truly grateful for today? Something that happened in the past week? Something you're looking forward to? Anybody would like to? Joe? No, you're scratching your ear. Okay, so here's a trick. I borrowed this from Rabbi Danielle Weisbrod. I think she used it in another context. Well, maybe this one. Everyone has something that they're thankful for, that they're grateful for. You might not want to tell everybody, but you know what it is. So if we all say what that is out loud on the count of three, right? Yeah. Only you will hear it, and the universe will hear it. Okay? So I'm going to count to three, count backward, count forwards in Hebrew, and everyone on the count of three is going to say what they're grateful for all at one time. Ready? Achat, shtayim, shalosh. That was pretty quiet. Let's try it again. Same thing, loudly. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We continue with the jump of page 177, and we are going to read together, out loud, not on the count of three. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these things and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lehodot. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה לשלום עליך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. We now pause for a moment of silent prayer. Pray what's in the book, pray what's in your heart, and I will meet you on page 180. Shalom B'Ramav, Uyasa Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yisrael, Ve'muru Imuru Alein, Yasa Shalom, Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'achol Yisrael, Yasa Shalom. Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'achol Yisrael. Yasa Shalom, Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'achol Yisrael. Yasa Shalom, Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'achol Yisrael. Yasa Shalom, Yasa Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'achol Yisrael. We are about to offer a prayer for healing. And for those of you joining us remotely, please say those names out loud. For those in the sanctuary, as my eyes meet yours, I invite you to share the names of those in need of healing of body or in need of healing of spirit. We'll start on this side first. Jack faces. We pray for Jamie Littman Abish, Eileen Endacht, Asher Philip Ricardo Aronoff, Ellen Basak, Benjamin Menachem Frank, Carolyn Barone, Miriam Shulamit Bat-Bela, Jay Bieber, Jane Bernstein, Arnold Block, Dennis Brenner, Jack Kazis, Jason Conboy, Nora Correa, Luciano DeRico, Richard Domesh, Pamela Dorman, Susan Dietrich, Janet Ewing, Kelly Fink, Arthur Fisher, Judy Fisher, Michelle Fisk, Evan Foster, Barbara Goldberg, Florence Goldberg, Sandra Goldberg, Florence Goldring, Stephen Goldstein, Jean Gormley, Elise Grace, Lee Hawley, Marilyn Hepler, Enid Hirsch, Matthew A. Hood, Dacia Horowitz, Phyllis Horn, Kali Israel, Jason Israel, Stephen Israel, Toby Israel, Christine Jacobson, Danette Jamel, Louis Kaufman, Rita Kimmel, Tatiana Koltunik, Esther Krzyzewski, Sandy Lee, Gail Levy, Robert Mandel, Robert Mannix, Barbara Massey, Susan Miller, Ashley Moranti, Adam Moranti, Hannah Rachel Bat Miriam, Michal Zahava Bat Miriam, Shmuel Yitzchak Ben Nisan, Patrice Newman, Nora Tzipora Bat Ilana, Carrie Odell, Sophia Palladino, Esther Parker, Gerlinda Pescatore, Helga Pfeffer, Rabbi Lester Polanski, Liza Rosenman Raff, Carol Ryder, Jan Rhodes, Julie Rosenberg, Laura Rosenspan, Renee Rosenthal, Sylvie Rubel, Martine Rubin, Jamie Rudick, Erwin Schneider, Adele Schoner, Charlotte Miriam Schnupp, Tova Bat Shifra, Michael Svedal, Edmund Steiner, Rhoda Strobel, Mark Strominger, Arlene Iris Wisen, Rachel Leah Bat Yosefa, Jeffrey Young. We also hold in our hearts all those affected by the recent devastating floods in Texas, those who have lost homes, livelihoods, or loved ones. We pray not only for physical healing, but for strength, comfort, and resilience in the face of loss and uncertainty. May our prayers surround them and all who suffer with compassion and hope. May we all find renewal of body and spirit as we sing our Misha Berach on page 371. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leilotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. This Shabbat's Torah portion, Balak, is the perfect narrative for a filmmaker. A pagan king, the bad guy, at least the bad guy from our point of view, sets out to do his real action, which is why God intervened and told Balaam he could only say what God said he could say. So I'd like to focus on the third of these blessings, which are really all poems of praise, poems of blessing, which to me at least gives the blessing an even higher degree of sanctity because it's a poem. In other words, cloaking the blessings in artistic beauty puts them on an even higher plane, which for Balak would have added insult to injury. Like it makes them even more beautiful. After 2 attempts at curses and poems of blessings flow through Balaam's lips, the king, Balak, and the prophet Balaam make a 3rd attempt at speaking a curse, selecting a 3rd vantage point, that's the camera angle, from which to look upon the Israelite camp. And we read, the head of Peor that looks out toward the desert, that's the camera angle. And then Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel living according to their tribes, and the Spirit of God came upon him. Listen to these words, some of you know them. Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. We say those on Saturday morning. How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like groves that stretch out, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by Adonai, like cedars beside the water. Their boughs drip with moisture. Their roots have abundant water. God, who freed them from Egypt, is for them like the horns of the wild ox. They shall devour enemy nations, crush their bones, and smash their arrows. We read these elegant, beautifully flowing verses coming from the mouth of Balaam, whose curses were transformed into blessings by the will of God. And so, in the Talmud asks, well, if that's what Balaam really said, what did he mean to say? And what were those curses? The Bible doesn't say, and we don't know. But following Talmudic logic, we can sort of assume that curses would have been the exact opposite of what came out of the sorcerer's mouth. How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. Balak's intention was probably to curse them so they would have no houses of prayer or houses of study. He wished to curse them so that God would abandon them. The Hebrew word mishkenotecha, translated as your dwellings, can also be your sanctuaries. He wished to curse them, that their kingdom would not survive, and instead, groves that stretch out like gardens beside a river, envisions the encampment of the Israelites extending into the far distance, and water like luscious streams. That's no curse. Balak wished that the Israelites would not have prosperity, but instead, he said, like aloes planted by Adonai, referring to the aloe tree, which produced one of the most precious spices. Balak tried to curse the people that they might not have a king or the son of a king, but instead the words like cedars beside the waters came out. Cedars are an image of both strength and beauty, tall like kings. Their boughs drip with moisture, their roots have abundant water. So Balak may have wanted to curse the Israelites that their kingdom wouldn't rule over other nations, or maybe just that their water supply would dry up. Simply put, Balak wished that Israel's great kings would fall, her dynasty fail, her sovereignty end, God's presence disappear, that there would be division among all the Israelites, and Israel's power and leadership end. The third blessing, how goodly are your tents, O Jacob, proclaims that our houses of prayer and study are firmly rooted in every Jewish community. Our tents have never folded, and centuries after Sinai, we still study Torah, still learning and growing and flourishing. And as we say in our morning blessings, the Talmud Torah keneged kulam, and the study of Torah leads to them all, to all blessings. Shabbat shalom. And so that is an introduction to tomorrow morning, 9:15, to our study. Right? It's all on Zoom, correct? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It's all on Zoom. Okay. Return to page 586, and we rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'ateit gidulam le'otzeh v'reshit, shalom asanu k'rayeh ha'ulatzot, ve'lo salom k'mishpachot ha'adam, shalom asachem k'yuval, ve'lo aleinu k'chol ha'monam, v'anachnu olim, u'mishpachim olim. our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season and years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. We remember Ellen Epstein, remembered by the Schreiber and Epstein families. Please rise when you hear your loved one's name called out. Fanny Blafer, mother of Arlene Sheff. Abraham Cantos, father of Esther Khrushchevsky and grandfather of Jack Zappos. Anna Molly Datlow, sister of Dorothy Schwartz and sister-in-law of Harry Schwartz. Estelle Deutsch, cousin of Sandy Portnoy. Jack Fleischman, grandfather of Lynn Bieber. Sarah Katz, grandmother of Barbara Massey. Anna Kiss, stepmother of Nancy Kiss. Katerina Kolios, mother of Anthony Kolios. Diana Chrysis, friend of Beth Curcio. Molly Margulis, mother of Bernice Block and grandmother of Arnold Block. Bess Oken, father of Don Panetta and father-in-law of Lori Panetta. Bess Oken, grandmother of Lynn Moser. Got it. Joseph Panetta, father of Della Panetta and father-in-law of Lori Panetta. Simon Strobel, father of Barry Strobel and father-in-law of Beth Strobel. And Lillian Wiener, mother-in-law of Joan Wiener. And is anyone else observing a yard site or for any reason? Say in Kaddish, anybody? Jack?
Curtis Russell, brother-in-law of Jack Zappos, and eventually sister-in-law of Jack Zappos.
Any other names? Zichronam Lichronam, may all their memories be for a blessing. We turn to page 598. Please rise. Together let us say the Mother's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yutev yamlicha chuteh, v'chayechom v'yomechom, v'chayechom b'ich Yisrael, v'alalah v'zman kariv v'imru amen. V'hei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amei amaya. Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yishbahar, Yitkomam, Yitnaseh, Yithadar, Yitalev, Yithalal, Shmei, Yishab, Yirichu. Le'ela Minkol, Birchata, B'shirata, Tushbachata, V'nechamata, Daviran, Me'amah, V'yuru, Amen. Yehei Shlama, Rabba, Yishmaya, L'chayim, Aleinu, V'al Yisrael, V'yuru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Yibamav, Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu v'Yakol Yisrael, V'yuru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Yibamav, Huya Aseh Shalom, Aleinu v'Yakol Yisrael, V'yuru, Amen. You may all be seated. Tonight we have the honor of celebrating two cherished members of our Temple Tikvah family, Lori and Don Panetta, as they mark their 47th wedding anniversary, having been married on July 2nd, 1978. And so, Lori and Don, would you come up here? This is a surprise for Lori. She knew it was her anniversary, she just didn't know she was going to be up. She thought it was just the candles and the kiddish. Right? So come on up. You get to be on camera. Maybe?
It went out.
Oh, it went out?
It's perfect again.
Okay. It'll be back?
It's back.
It's back now? Okay. Come on up, Judy. Will they be able to see online? Will people online be able to see them? Okay. Come up here. Are you surprised? Yeah. Okay. Come up so that people online can see you. No, close. Okay. So, Lori and Don's love story began in the most sacred of all teenage spaces, driver's ed class. Don was trying to focus on the rules of the road when a certain red-headed girl sat behind him and talked a lot.
And?
And Don has been listening ever since. Was that what you thought? Their first official date was a movie, The Poseidon Adventure. Remember that? Shelley Winters? With Lori's parents sitting 3 rows behind them. And Don didn't know.
We're chaperone.
Right? Well, that's Italian-Jewish fusion at its finest. A little passion, a little anxiety, and a strong sense of family oversight. Together, Lori and Don have built a life filled with love, faith, family, friends, and a few cruises and trips to Marco Island on the way. Lori and Don, you truly balance each other. Lori brings the calm, steady presence, a nurturing soul, and a healthy amount of patience. Especially important for you, Don, when the Mets were losing. They're better.
Rain delay today.
Today was a rain delay?
No, rain delay.
Oh, rain delay. Oh, right. Don brings energy, heart, a green thumb, a fishing rod, and an incredible love of cooking for other people. Together, you've been devoted and involved members of this congregation for 30 years, right? About 30. A little more.
Yeah, it is a little more.
Laura, I don't know if you know this, but Lori ran the Temple Emmanuel Nursery School for a time and has been active in sisterhood. Don has given his time and dedication to brotherhood years ago, known as Temple Guys. You've lived your values and you've led by example. Your marriage has always been a beautiful blend, Jewish and Italian. 2 traditions that love food, family, and a good-spirited debate. 2 cultures that know how to celebrate, express their opinions, and never leave a house hungry. Lori and Don, you've also raised two children together, both now independent adults. Well, we know that never really ends. With Marissa's wedding next summer, you can now watch as your family continues to grow, and you can do so with pride and a shared appreciation for catching a Mets game whenever humanly possible. And today we're lucky that the Mets are on the road. That's why we're going to do this.
I did check first.
Lori and Don, your marriage is a gift not only to your family, but to this temple family, not just for its longevity, but for the way it reflects partnership, kindness, and appreciation in everyday life. You've shown us what it means to build a life together with love and dedication to each other and the people around you. You and I met about 30 years ago when you joined Temple Emmanuel and I was a student cantor. It's kind of wild, right? It's kind of wild and wonderful that here we are today and remarkable to reflect on our continued connection. On behalf of all of us here and all of us online and most who aren't here, we wish you a warm mazel tov and blessings for continued years filled with good health, sweet moments, new adventures, and hopefully a winning Mets. Thank you for sharing this milestone with all of us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echiyanu v'kiyanu v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Are there any announcements today? I don't think so. Any announcements? No. Okay. We turn to page 625. You know the words. I don't know if you know the melody, but you'll catch up. Adon Allah. No, not that one. You know there are 200 of them.
Oh, okay.
This is one of many. But this is easy. You might know it. Adon Olam Hashem Adon Olam Hashem Allah V'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Ve'it Nasa Surhev livet Sarah, Veunisi humanos ni, Venatkos livinom ebra, Velado afkiruchi, Veeti shan ve'aira, Ve'iruchi yeviati, Adonai li Elohim. Please rise. It smells so good. Baruch atah Adonai